Coming up on Mountain News this morning, a local school district asked for help with an investigation after a theft leaves one of its schools with less food for its students. And deputies in one Kentucky county take part in a unique training course that some say was long overdue.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning to you. I'm sorry, I was in the middle of a yawn before that. I'm Dakota Makris. Good morning to you. Man, with no yawning here, let's take it over to Letcher County for a look at our forecast. Brandon, I'm telling you, buddy, you got to come back. You got to come back.
Get your act together.
No,
Get your act together.
You know, when you're not here,
I can't handle this.
When you're not here, there's nobody to, keep me grounded. It's just, I'm just here.
The inmates are running the asylum this morning.
True.
Anyway, let's get into the forecast this morning. A little bit cloudy out there this morning. I almost said foggy because I'm used to saying foggy, but we're also seeing again some clouds over at UVAY, so we can tell you that we're going to be seeing some of those today. Let's take a look at your temperatures and current conditions. 55 over there, showing clear. I think it's more clouds than clear. Visibility's good. Temperatures, though, very mild out there this morning, and things are stable for right now. We're looking again at 42 in Clintwood to 56 in Jackson and Prestonsburg this morning. A pretty mild morning considering the last few mornings out there, so enjoy that. Temperatures already climbing. 68 degrees in Carbondale, Illinois this morning. 62 in Bowling Green, 62 in Louisville and Paducah, 64 in Bowling Green and Nashville. And then the further east you come, the colder it is because that warm air still building in ahead of that cold front. Day planner, I do think we stay mainly cloudy. I'm not going to say you're not going to see any sunshine today, but the deeper the day you get, the better your rain chances are as the cold front swings through tonight. One more mild day as we see 75 for your daytime high. Dakota?
All right, Brennan, thank you. A Southern Kentucky family is pleading for help in a missing persons case. Ricky Griffiths has not been seen since July 4th. Both police and his family in Wayne County suspect a crime is involved with his disappearance. Our Phil Pendleton talked with his family and has more from Monticello.
It's been 3 months since Ricky Griffiths was in this car. They believe that something may have happened to him while he was with other people in this car. They were able to recover his car, his wallet, even his phone. And they say that even some strange communications were received from him in the days after he was last seen, but still no sign of this man.
And God's going to do justice to the ones that hurt him, that took him from us. God, I'll leave that in God's hands.
Alice Mabe says the last text message she got from her son's phone was not characteristic of how he would communicate with her. She believes he was with the wrong crowd the last time he was seen or heard from. She does not believe he will be found alive, and even the Wayne County Sheriff says foul play is suspected. She admits that he was involved in drugs, but that he did come home clean. Now he hasn't come home at all, leading to a nightmare she wouldn't wish on anyone.
We just want to know the truth. We want to know where he is. We've been given false leads. We've been told lies.
The Wayne County Sheriff says he is actively investigating this. He says he's done a number of polygraph tests, and he says he has at least one more to go. In Wayne County, Phil Pendleton, now back to you.
Anyone with information should call their local police department or the Wayne County Sheriff. Well, Perry County Schools officials say they are upset after a recent string of thefts. This surveillance video shows two people stealing meat from a storage unit behind Perry County Central High School Tuesday morning. School staff say they lost about $1,000 worth of food, and they are just upset for their students.
It's not like that we have a big storage container and just, we now have to reorder, and that may change some of the, could possibly have changed some of the breakfast or lunch menus that we had.
School staff say they have also had lawn equipment stolen, along with bows and arrows from Perry Central's archery team. If you have any information, you're asked to call the central office. Well, deputies in Madison County are taking part in some unique training. The training is about showing deputies how they can handle individuals with autism more effectively. In 2021, the CDC reported 1 in 44 children in the U.S. is placed on the autism spectrum disorder. Officials say this kind of training is long overdue.
And that's something we certainly want to avoid. If you have someone that's on the spectrum and maybe their caregiver's been involved in an accident and they're incapacitated, what do we need to do to help this person that may not be able to speak very well, may not be verbal, and how to get them the help they need.
The department is working with a Lexington-based nonprofit to design that training. Some government elections are decided by slim margins, which is why people say every vote counts. But if the votes are bought, it can change the outcome of an election and break down trust in the integrity of the system. Kelsey Soto headed to Magoffin County, where the local paper there is taking an unconventional approach to try and prevent voter fraud.
If we could just catch one of these guys that done it and sort of teach them a lesson and show the people that we're really serious about having a fair election.
The general election is exactly 4 weeks away, and Mayor of Salyersville, Pete Shepard, is hoping this season is different. Magoffin County has a history of voting fraud. In 2016, 3 county officials were convicted of conspiracy to buy votes by a federal jury.
We're trying to move on and be better, and I hope the citizens will be better. I hope the people that are being affected by this will come forward and give some information on who's buying the votes. I've already had some reports about certain areas where they are buying votes, and it's kind of disheartening. You know, the guys that want to campaign and do it the right way, and then it's kind of frustrating when you see other guys getting out and doing it the wrong way.
The Salyersville Independent caught some attention this week when it posted an ad offering a $3,000 cash reward for credible evidence of vote buying. Owner of the paper, Rip Mortimer, says he's lived here his whole life and knew he had to do something to try and protect local democracy.
If it could just put a dent in it, a big dent in it, a significant dent in it, I would feel like I've done something, and I've served my community.
Hopefully the good people will come out. We've had low turnout, real low turnout, and that is going to be key.
County Judge Executive Matt Wireman is a veteran and says our military fought for our freedoms and to give everyone a chance to have a say in their future, made possible by a free and fair election.
It's the greatest system in the world with all its flaws.
In Salyersville, Kelsey Soto, WKYT.
Here in Kentucky, voters will find 2 proposed constitutional changes on their ballots. One of them, Constitutional Amendment 2, will determine the future of abortion rights here in the Commonwealth and asks voters if they want to put the following sentence into the state constitution. To protect human life, nothing in this constitution shall be construed to secure or protect a right to abortion or require the funding of abortion. End quote. Kentuckians will be asked to vote yes or no. If the amendment passes, it would officially change the state's guiding document. Here's what representatives with Yes for Life and Planned Parenthood have to say about this matter.
Elections have consequences. If we don't like how our lawmakers are serving our community, that's why we vote every 2 years on the House and every 4 years of the Senate.
You know, we all know and love somebody who's had an abortion. We all know and love somebody who has had a complicated pregnancy. We should not allow mandates from legislators, most of whom are not medical providers, to be coming into our exam rooms and telling our doctors what they can and can't do.
And if you're wondering on where you might find the Amendment 2 on the A ballot, it will likely be the last question on your ballot. Well, Toyota in Georgetown opened up its North American engineering headquarters to show a sneak preview of what it's working on. Production engineering executives discussed the future of manufacturing and workforce needs. Well, they kicked off the event showing how they are using virtual reality and robots to automate the car building process and speed up production. Well, the Vice President of Production Engineering says the company is always looking for ways to be innovative.
One is really how do we educate our workforce, to build that product of the future. And today we were able to show different types of virtual reality where we can, bring our current product in with future product or future tools that currently don't exist today, but we can bring them in a virtual world and we can actually train our team members before we actually have a tooling or vehicle that actually exists. So we're able to pull that head in an environment.
The Toyota Production and Engineering Center says it continues to look forward to the future of mobility. Well, the North Fork Oktoberfest is back in Hazard this weekend in downtown. There will be a winter dog race and three beer vendors set up on the street, along with the 2 bars downtown. 5 bands are also set to perform, like Ben Fugit and the Burning Trash Band. Organizers say the event will be a fun time for everyone.
We did discuss, is this the right time? Is this the right thing? Do we need to, change this in some way? And we said, you know what? No, people really need that sense of normalcy.
There will be a beer stein holding and pretzel eating contest. Whoever wins either contest will become a Duke or Duchess of Hazzard and also get a key to the city. Gates open at 2 o'clock Saturday afternoon. There is a $10 entry fee. Well, just ahead this morning, the worlds of Hollywood and Broadway mourn the loss of a beloved star who voiced one of the most iconic characters in Disney's history.
Hey, that's a big honor, Duke or Duchess of Hazzard and a key to the city. But today we are tracking the possibility for some rain as we see the clouds rolling in. We'll track it for you in about 3 minutes.